All right. So this one, this particular video will be more about the mind and the importance of refining the mind. Again, these videos serve primarily as a reminder for myself, but also I decided that I want to share these videos more often, just for anyone who may resonate with what I have to say. Basically, the thing I want to share here most is that the most undervalued commodity and asset in the 21st century and really throughout human history is the human mind, right? And you might think of that in the terms of like, I might tell you to like read more books or go to school or get an education. Well, those things are important, but it is not necessarily those things refine a very specific capability of the mind, which is the intellect. Your mind is capable of so much more, right? Your mind has so many more capabilities besides just your intellect, right? That you can tap into. So practices like meditation, visualization, um, just different things, right? Can access capabilities of your mind that are completely unknown to the average common person. So what do I mean by this? Like what are some example of capabilities of your mind? Intuition is a very strong one, right? Your ability to basically like memorizing your dreams, right? As we grow older, right? I don't know if that's the experience for most of us, but a lot of folks have trouble remembering their dreams, even me, right? I was able to recall parts of my dream yesterday, but it's hard to like I've just started remembering that I've had dreams and I had experienced things throughout them, right? But for a long period of time, like I'll just go to sleep, wake up, and it would be just a big blank, right? So accessing that part of your mind, right? And being able to access that part of your mind as part of your intuition, right? The part of your mind that is able to basically dream, the part of your mind that creates your dreams, accessing that more, accessing that more readily is going to, right? That's one part particular capability of your mind that develops your intuition, right? Your foresight. Another thing is basically visualization, your imagination, right? Your imagination, the human imagination, when you were kids or when we were kids, you would literally experience a whole different reality than the real world, right? You would literally live and create a whole nother world within your head, right? And as we grow older, your imagination is kind of dimmed out, right? But if you can tap into your imagination, if you can visualize and just let your mind wander into this realm of pure joy and creativity, you will be able to access ideas and the perfect thoughts about what you're doing and whatever your craft is, right? So to keep it less abstract, because this one might not be like the most like in tune for most people. So to keep it less abstract, basically, I wanted to, yeah, to keep what I'm saying less abstract and to go to the main point. The main point being like the mind is the most underutilized commodity of this century and the 21st century, right? Basically, so in the 21st century, it's even more underutilized because there's so many things that are designed to take away your mind's focus on what you would want to create, right? So social media is a perfect example, right? You're literally interacting with things with platforms that are designed to by psychiatrists and doctors and psychologists to literally sap away your mind's ability to focus on what you want to create and instead focus on basically other people's ideas for the most amount of time. right? Sometimes it's not even other people's ideas, just slop from the minds of others, right? So anything that takes away your mind's ability to focus on what you desire to what ideas you desire to bring out into the world is is a mental chain, right? It's a mental tether, right? It's mental slavery. It's mentally enslaving you, right? So now more than ever, well, the mind has always been an underutilized commodity, right? Because we as human beings, much of the human population hasn't discovered the full abilities. Even me, I've just started tapping into meditation and being able to access my imagination, right? And being able to access dreams more readily, and being able to visualize more effectively, use the capabilities of my mind to what I want to create. But most of the human population has not been able to do that. So, um, I might this might be a bit too deep. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't think they let me post this shit. But anyways, fuck it. The mind, yeah, your best bet to start to understand the full capabilities of your mind is basically just to one, always look for knowledge, right? Always refine your intellect and understanding through knowledge. And then two, also through meditation and visualization, right? If you can, I would I would highly recommend that you basically you get into meditation. I would highly recommend you get into meditation. Just let your mind just stand there, observe your breath, and let your mind wander, right? Um, there's also like different beats, on YouTube you can find on your YouTube to get into something called like the theta wave state, where access to you'll have access to your subconscious, basically, right? You're really most people don't know how to control their subconscious. And mastering your subconscious mind is the key to mastering your mind, right? Because your conscious thought is only really responsible for so much, right? Once you are in tune with meditation, right? Being in tune with yourself and through these practices of meditation, through visualization, you will be able to master your subconscious mind and explore capabilities of your mind that you wouldn't even have thought of. So, I mean, that's kind of my rant on the mind. Um, yeah, that's really my rant on the mind. The most underutilized capability and the most underutilized commodity in the world is the human mind. That's it. And the more in tune with your mind you are in, the more advantage you have um, in really any area, but especially now in the 21st century. That's my humble opinion. And take it or leave it. Peace.